Jr. is there to just give that extra support if they need that down low.
Game tips off. Mo Bolden with control of the ball for the Lightning. He's got control of the ball for the Hurricanes. Gets it over to Billy White. White takes a deep three, and Billy White from deep.
Well, he can shoot from Amanda, and off to a tremendous start in these finals. So good at getting those shots no matter where he is on the court.
Julian Boyd down low, and he gets a basket. The fans take a seat here in Budweiser. Back to Boyd. Boyd three over top of Brown, no good. Williamson grabs the rebound though. Boyd coming in, just a little lay in for two. White driving in on Bolden, outside to Clinkscales. Brown cross court to White, White with another three ball, and Billy White putting up the three ball early and often so far. Deep out to Williamson. Williamson fakes his setup, Boyd drives in, big one-handed finish there from Julian Boyd.
Yeah, you got
tie games in the early going here, 6-6, 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Herring Jr. takes a quick step-up jumper, and that falls.
Herring.
Williamson driving, slashing through the court, leaves it for Williams Jr. He'll step up and take a free throw. 2 points for Williams Jr. Kirk ball there. Mo Bolden with the rebound. A little bit of a rush shot there from Antoine Mason. Mo Bolden, smooth move down low, the crossover. He's going to set it back up for his point guard. Clinkscales. Little jumper over top of Bolden, and that's going to go. Herring Jr. quick three, and a great shot there from Herring Jr. A rubber doesn't go. That's Boyd with the rebound. One change out of the timeout. Kyle Johnson on the floor for the London Lightning. Brown with control, down low to Mason.
Beautiful
Great move
pass
there from Brown and Mason. Mason cutting to the rebound. Clinkscales behind the back to Billy White. Beautiful pass, beautiful finish there from the Hurricanes. And almost a beautiful finish there from Friesen Laddie. Can't quite get it over that rim though. That's Mason charging the net and just gets it over top of Mo Bolden. And that's a turnover there for the Lightning. Williams Jr. cross court to Kyle Johnson. Kyle Johnson three from the corner. Great shot from Kyle Johnson. And we've seen him go cold.
Perimeter, they've been attacking inside, which I'm all right with, but you have to get some shots to open that up, and they've been doing that here.
Watson to Mason. Mason slashes in. Clinkscales sets over to Mason. Mason's gonna drive. Little jumper. Mason can't miss when he gets from.
He can try and one-up them. That's when he's at his best, and he's showing that here tonight.
Capers trying to back down Poole. He dishes to Friesen Laddie from the corner, and Joel Friesen Laddie hits a three.
Joel Friesen Laddie looking for his third straight championship with the London Lightning last year, and then was with Halifax the year before.
Tyrone Watson steps up, takes a jumper from the free throw line. Mason will hold it, slow it down a little bit. Great passing there from the Hurricanes. And that's Mason now who's jumped into that spot. Friesen Laddie with the rebound. Herring Jr. quick setup three, and that's a good three ball.
And there's that free flowing off.
Mason waiting for Dixon to set up screen. Dixon over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman steps in for three. Zimmerman, good three ball from him. Being patient, stepping around, looking to set up offense. Finds Kyle Johnson slashing towards the rim.
Great bucket there, Kyle Johnson, just cutting to the rim, getting that finish, important for the Lightning too. Kyle Johnson starting to get it going.
Reefer three ball and a quick transition basket from the Hurricanes. Herring Jr. dishes to Friesen Laddie. Friesen Laddie charging towards the basket. He leaves for Williams Jr., who delicately puts it off the glass as the alternative to the slam. That's Mason in the corner, and he's got his three ball ignited.
Bit of miscommunication.
Timeline. Moves around the Boyd screen. Kicks it to Johnson. Johnson from the top of the key. Smooth stroke there from Kyle Johnson. He takes another quick jumper. No good, though. Watson flips it and really should have just let that ball go. Herring Jr. with a deep heave. Kicks it out to Bolden. Bolden thinking that three, but he kicks it to Herring Jr. instead. Over to Bolden. He'll take the three now, and Bolden finds his three ball. A little bit of lazy effort, though, on the rebound, but then a great block by Ashton Smith on Watson. Mo Bolden all alone down the floor. Big two-handed slam there. Crowd in their favor right now. They are letting the Lightning know that they don't want this series to end in London. They want it to kick back to Halifax, but that's Zimmerman with the answer team's way at this point.
Well, I think both teams, based on last year and this year, both very familiar with each other, and that makes a lot of the defensive reads easier to make.
Another behind-the-back pass there from Clinkscales to Watson. Bolden to Williamson. Williamson kicks it out to Boyd. Boyd for three, and that does a little dance around the rim, but it finds its calling timeout when the other team has possession.
No.
Herring Jr. over to Boyd. Boyd from the free throw line. That goes, and the Lightning come out firing. Clinkscales with a great defensive effort. Fortunately, heads right back to Williamson, who drives, kicks out to Kirk Williams Jr. for three, and Kirk Williams Jr. finding himself again from three-point land. Half. Hurricanes inbounding here. And a great, and there's Ramel Brown saying, I hear you up. That's Brown with the rebound. 5 seconds on the clock. Clinkscales to Mason. Mason driving, can't finish.
Oh,
but Ramel Brown coming in to finish off the. Clinkscales, jumper from the corner, no good. Oh my goodness, Clinkscales feeds Brown, finally can get the basket to go.
Well, London had a rebound.
Over to Herring Jr. Herring Jr. down low to Boyd, kicks up top to Williamson. Williamson for three, and that's a good answer there from the Lightning, getting it back. Herring Jr. tries to get a little floater high off the glass there, no good. Tyrone Watson driving hard the other way.
Yeah, I don't think that was actually meant to be a floater from Doug here.
Williams Jr. grabs the rebound. Williams Jr. driving. He's going to back up Brown, and he gets the floater over Brown. No good. Bolden with the rebound. Herring Jr. pushing it. Boyd kicks to Williams Jr. outside. He'll take a three ball, and that's, I believe, third of the game. No good. Brown under the basket with the rebound. What a move there from Williamson. Kirk Williams Jr., the transition slam. In the second half, the ball movement has improved markedly.
Absolutely. And this is the guy they wanted that shot for, too.
Mason step back three, and he nails it. Billy White over the back. No foul call. A few fans in the stands want it, though. Watson goes the other way. He'll take 2 and 1. Clinkscales throws the floater up for Brown, who finishes off the glass. Beautiful play there.
Well, you know, the process started for Sudbury a few years ago. In fact, Andrew Dale, the VP of Marketing, reminded me that he initially made the first the process. Their application, their franchise application was approved last year. I don't know if you remember, in the summer, we were ready to do an announcement.
Has there been any talk about what the realignment might look like if they do realign?
So the understanding and agreement always was that St. John's would play. So they're going back where they, again, what my atlas says where they should be, and that's what we'll see. And then Sudbury, of course, will. Julian Boyd.
Huge slam right there from Julian Boyd.
And Sudbury bring up the Amarty thing, and you're looking at, I guess, as a league, you look over 7 years of all sorts of different infractions and punishments. It gets difficult to sort of compare this to that, and I think in that instance, I mean, you know, it was again, where the team to drive by Garrett Williamson, where we get
up and down. I've heard both sides. Which side do you think it might be going?
I mean, if you look at it, I think the CFL's got 50% Canadian players that they have to have. There's some factors.
Capers and Zimmerman getting into it a bit.
Zimmerman over to, that's Poole with the three. Tie game. Over top. Capers knocks that ball off the rim. Capers driving, leaves it for Bolden. Bolden going in tough, gets the floater over top of some hands.
Tough bucket, great.
Brown outside to Klingscales. Klingscales with a three, and he drains it. Big pop-up three from Klingscales. Up top to Herring Jr. Herring Jr. driving baseline, bounces it up off the glass, and Herring Jr. with the finish. Herring Jr. moving around a couple bodies, goes low to Boyd. Boyd, great move, almost underneath the glass.
Beautiful pass.
Dishes to Zimmerman. Zimmerman down low to Billy White. Billy White drives baseline. Brown trying to go over top of Boyd. Boyd giving him a hard time, but he gets it.
Lucky he got away without getting a travel call there.
Zimmerman thinks quick three. He'll step in instead. Dishes cross court to Poole. Poole for three. And he's hit a couple big ones so far in this quarter. Poole driving baseline, leaves it for White. But Brown finishes off the shot. He's going to try and move Zimmerman. Kicks up top to Bolden, over to Williamson. Williamson out in the corner to Capers, who takes a three. And Capers, the lefty, good from the corner.
And really well, and they've made it difficult for Halifax to get those openings, but Halifax still in it.
So we're down in the home stretch here as Williamson cuts to the basket, gets the basket, and one. Coming up. Williamson to Boyd. Boyd kicks it to Herring Jr. Herring Jr. leaves it for Boyd. Boyd off the glass for two.
I think you gotta start thinking timeout right now. If you don't get points on this possession, the next possession's gotta be a timeout.
Billy White, big three ball, and he drains it.
Really did not want him to make that shot, jeez.
Billy White, unfortunate turnover there. Watson with his head turned. Mo Bolden, big two-handed slam there. Gets the crowd on their feet with a minute 40 remaining. Mason, Watson uncontested down low, and Julian Boyd with really just a slated one-on-one with Brown. He's going to take him back towards the net. He loses control of the ball, though. Watson moving down the floor, quick and easy, too. That's exactly what the Hurricanes need.
Tom was talking about.
Herring Jr. to Boyd. Boyd down low to Williams Jr. He makes a move around Watson. Great move by Kirk Williams Jr.
Beautiful bucket.
Klingscales will feed Zimmerman for one last three. No good. And that'll finish off the game here in London. So the Lightning come back home and do what they need to do. Get back into this series. They will take Game 3 of the NBLC Championship Series. The lead is down to one game for the Hurricanes.